Okay. Uh, without being on stage, how do you practice, Aaron?
Um, I haven't done it in a while. I used to, but when I first started out, I take like the remote, and I used to have like a lamp, an old lamp,
Uh huh.
but I took the light part off, and I just kept
Just
the long part. I
yeah.
just use that as a mic stand, and then I just I had my couch, and I just walk back and forth practicing like that. I used to do stuff like that quite often. I haven't done that in a while. I need to start doing that again. That's how I used to practice, but now I mostly just go to mics or whatever.
Okay.
Mhm.
Deacon, well, that's being on stage. Without being on stage,
Right.
how do you practice, Deacon?
Social media, skits or reels or posting something.
Okay.
That's really because that's really only thing I could really do as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not really. I'm not walking around with my wig on every day.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody don't know that's Deacon usually petty right there.
They don't even like. People don't like. It's crazy that
They don't recognize.
They don't even. I was at a spot, man. No lie, man. Tuesday night, and I was talking about the Funny Bone show coming up.
Uh-huh.
The lady was like, "Oh, Deacon gonna be there." I'm handing her the flyer,
Right.
with the tickets, whatever, showing her the tickets. She's like, "Oh yeah, Deacon will be there." Da, 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 da. And I was just looking at this lady,
Yeah.
and I was like, "You know I'm Deacon, right?" She said, "Well, I ain't never seen you dressed regular before."
Yeah. But you know what? That'd be cool
That's
as
crazy.
shit. If you blow up and get rich, you
Yeah.
can still go to Walmart. And
I can
shit.
still go to
Yeah.
Walmart.
That's true.
You know
I
what I
can
mean?
still go to Walmart,
Yeah.
and it's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
But if people, I mean, in the city, people know me, so they know that,
Sure. Sure.
Facebook. But yeah, cats don't even know. They don't even know Rodney exists.
Right. Right.
They just think it's just straight Deacon.
They think it's Deacon. Yeah.
That's
for
crazy.
sure. For sure. How would Aaron? How would you describe the climate of stand-up in Columbus right now? I know these tough questions, bro. I know.
Nah,
It's a 30-year veteran wrote them, so you know
Right.
they're gonna be good. They're gonna be some good questions. How would you describe the climate stand-up comedy right now in Columbus?
I think it's okay. It could be a lot better.
In which ways?
More competition wise, I guess. I would say that. But I don't really feel like it's no. You don't get no feel of competing. Like a lot of times, like when I first started and I moved here, was down at Scarlet and Gray. You knew you had to come with some heat because you got people it was gonna be Bobby Dodds there. It was gonna be Jason Banks.
Some funny people.
It was gonna be some killers up in there, so you
Right.
had to come with it. It's like now it's kind of like I'm kind of just having fun with it. I don't know. I like to get back to that. I don't know. Everybody is like we were saying earlier. Everybody want to be friends and
Clicked up.
It's clicked up.
Yeah,
It's not.
that's what it is now.
Right.
Clicked up.
It's not. I don't know. It's not. No, I think it's good. It's cool. It's good. It's good because it's growing, and you got a lot of rooms and stuff popping up and all that kind of stuff. That's good. But as far as I don't know, it's not really a competition. It's kind of like everything else that's going on. That's like the NBA. That's kind of like soft now.
Yeah.
You watch that,
Yeah.
everybody want to be buddies, and they playing against each other. Then they hanging out at the club afterwards, and they pop.
Yeah, I don't understand that puff daddiness. I mean, you got to tell him no.
Right.
You, like Kat said, I don't understand that.
Right.
You gotta tell them no.
Yeah, like, hey, come and hang out with us. Come with us.
Right.
What?
Nah, I'm cool.
I'm good.
I don't want none of that juice.
I don't want none of that.
Right.
You guys aren't doing big enough shows
Right.
to say come and be over here with us.
Right.
You know, it's silly. It's some puff daddy stuff. You got to tell them no.
Mm.
It really is. I mean, okay, Deacon, same question.
The
How would
cli-
you describe the climate
It's
in Columbus? The stand-up in Columbus.
one of my favorite movies, man. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah. I love that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Cloudy
man.
with a Chance of Meatballs.
You never know what's going to happen, man.
Yeah.
It's unpredictable.
John Candy, man.
Yeah, it's but at the same time, I think it's in a good place. I think that with the comedy awards we just had, we got some festivals coming up. I think it's going to allow us really to kind of break free from the routine of how
Right.
things have been over the last
Yeah,
few
the
years,
same
whatever.
rigmarole.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's gonna be different. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's in good shape. There's always room to grow, but as of right now, I think this year is getting off to a good start.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think the biggest way a promoter can show respect to the comics? What is one of the biggest ways that Aaron? You take this first. Well, Deacon was ready. Deacon
Yeah,
was
he
ready.
was.
I'll let you ready to chime in. I can see. What are one of the biggest ways that a promoter can show respect to the comics?
How much time they get on stage, the order of lineups, pay, ticketing. You can show a lot of respect by switching up the lineups. Everything we've been talking about, switching up the lineups, getting different people in there, spreading it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Not having the same people on.
The same exact
I understand
people.
when I see comics on Facebook talking about it's always the same people on the shows. I understand, and I feel that because I said the same thing at one time.
Yeah.
And now I see myself on the flyers at all the shows. I feel bad because I'm like, I ain't the only one in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I ain't the only one. Let's get some of these other guys. Because to be honest, if you don't let me on stage, guess what? There's gonna be another opportunity.
There's
for
gonna
me.
be another stage.
So
somewhere.
get somebody else. You know what I'm saying? The opportunity because they don't have that opportunity that stage. Give it to
Right.
them.
Right.
So I think that's what it is. I mean, that's my answer. I mean, he's probably gonna say the same thing because it really goes down to the ticketing and pay, and it's a lot with that. But
Paying before you go on the stage.
paying before you go on stage,
Yeah,
like,
that's a
yeah.
big way to
Yeah.
show respect
Paying
to the
before they go on
comic.
stage.
Pay before you get on stage. They're not gonna leave. Give them their money.
Right.
and other incentives too. You know, if you sell a certain amount of tickets, yeah, you get that money. But another incentive saying, okay, you did this, we'll give you this extra because you went extra hard
Right.
and promoting this show.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, what we're doing, and we shouldn't really have to as much, but we doing more promoting than sometimes the promoter. You know,
Right.
Right.
and that's kind of different. It's cool, but it's a strain on the comic because if we doing on the promoting, how we be able to work on our stuff before the show, we coming in stressed if we owe money.
Already.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Already. You coming in stressed already.
Coming
Aaron,
in stressed.
Aaron, take that.
I totally agree. I say agree with the pay. That incentives, that's pretty good. Maybe, you sold this many tickets, so you be a feature for this one, or you can headline the next show or something like that.
Right. Bump them up.
Bump them up. Make them. They got it.
Yeah,
in
what you
them.
said, like bump them up. Like, okay, you did well on this show. Okay, we're gonna bump you up to feature next show.
Right.
You do a couple of features. Let me see you. Okay, now we're gonna boost you up
See
to
if you
the
can headline.
headliner.
Right.
After you headline a couple of times, guess what? We're gonna have you host this show.
Right.
Now you got 4 times to come on stage and do your joint.
Exactly.
Right.
So I feel that.
Exactly. What makes a comic bitter, guys, and why do they stick around afterwards? After they become a bitter comic, why do they still stick around?
I think some of them, they got all their eggs in one basket. They can't do nothing else.
Good shit. Good shit.
I think that's what it is. They got all their eggs in one basket. I think they become bitter. They didn't. I think in their mind they didn't receive what they thought they should have received. A lot of them think they owed something and they not.
That's it right there.
This shit is blood, sweat, and tears, man. You got to get out here and grind it. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Deacon, what makes a comic bitter, and why do they stick around after the bitterness sets in?
Back to their last. It could have been the pay. It could have been falling out. They still feel like they owed something,
Right.
Or they want that one opportunity they just ain't never got. So now I'm salty because I never got that opportunity.
Never got the chance.
I'm here sitting on the couch watching everybody else do their thing.
Right. I
Right.
never got a chance to
Anybody
go into the
calling
green
me,
room. They
you know what I'm
kicked me
saying?
out the green room
Yeah.
because they said I was just the host and what I'm doing sitting in the green room.
Exactly.
Get your ass out the green room. What are you doing?
Right.
This is for the headliner.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Hurt their feelings.
I was like, huh?
I was
I
in the
gotta
green-
change my
Right.
clothes. I said, I'm thinking. They say,
I'm
what carry
thinking.
you in? Go to the bathroom.
You gotta go to the bathroom. They
The
wouldn't
bathroom
let-
is my
They
spot.
wouldn't let me eat none of their chicken.
Or nothing.
Nothing.
They had a spread in there. and-
everything.
Everything. I ain't getting
They
no bottle
they
of
had
water.
whole wings in there. They ate the whole wing and left the tips, and I had to eat the
Hey,
tips.
that flat be slapping them sometimes, bro. That'd be the extra saucy part
Right.
of the wing. I don't
Right.
know why.
Oh my God. All right, guys, moving right along. Do you think it would make comedy better if all ex-comics were running the show? I mean, nationally at the highest heights. Do you think if all ex-comics, like top big comics, Eddie Murphy's in charge of, you know what I mean? Big comics, the biggest comics.
No.
If they were running stuff, why not? Why?
I think just because you could bake a cake don't mean you can run a bakery.
Okay, that's good shit.
I think they need people in place to do that. I don't. Well, okay. Like prime example, Martin Lawrence's first Amendment stand up comedy, that was pretty good. But I don't necessarily think he was running that by himself. He probably was just
Sure.
the money behind it. He had
Yeah.
a team of people running it. So I don't.
But of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think a comic. Some comics could, because some comics is good at both. They could do comedy and they can do promotion. They sell it
Well,
all the
these
way.
guys are pretty much retired. They're just
Okay.
ex-comics.
Okay, so
They're ex-comics. They're not still, doing time.
well, like Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence still. Let's say Eddie
A
Murphy.
little bit. Well, Martin's, they haven't done no stand-up either. Him or Eddie.
Okay.
Eddie still got a chance. Martin, I don't know. After I see him win the Oscars, I don't think he'd be able to do anything. He might need to go sit down somewhere.
I think he's soured
Yeah.
a bit on comedy.
Yeah.
Because you can sour on, and I think after, a little bit of the putting on the dress thing, I think that's kind of gotten to him. Just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Because he don't seem like the outgoing, the Martin Lawrence that we was used to. He's way more reserved, and that joke just
definitely.
come from getting older.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think a lot of that too is probably because of the culture we live in now with this cancel culture and all this kind of stuff. So you can't really be yourself like you want to be yourself. I noticed that in Bad Boys 3. I'm like, he kind of off for his timing is some. He like if you watch Bad Boys 2 and Bad Boys one, he was on point. You see him in 3, like he kind of there's something going on right there. I'm not
Something
sure.
going on. Didn't seem so enthused.
Right.
Yeah.
He was. I felt like he was
I
forcing
saw the same
it.
thing.
Yeah.
I felt like he forced that character in 3 for sure.
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah. You're killing it on stage, guys. The manager gives you the light. How much more time or extra time are you doing? He gives you the light. You're on stage. You're killing. You're killing. You're murdering. They give you the light. How much more time you doing?
1 minute. Whatever they booked me for, 1 minute.
1 minute?
Yeah.
Like, say if you're at 44 and he gives you the light, you doing 1 more minute for the 45?
If I'm at what, 4 minutes 40?
You have 44 minutes, and you're headlining.
Okay.
So 45 to an hour is
Yeah, I just do the 45. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I'm gonna do the minute because I did that and that kind of got me. Well, I'm not getting booked
chastised.
on certain stuff. So yeah,
Kind of got you chastised. Did it?
not chastised, but I'm not getting booked because of that. I know that because I was supposed to do 5 minutes. I did 15.
You did 15?
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
yeah, you ain't get booked.
Yeah,
you
that's
run the light, dog.
that's
like a
way too
motherfucker.
much.
That's a violation.
That's way too much.
Yeah.
Now the headliner, you weren't headlining.
No.
Okay, now
I was-
see, that's a no. I said that the question is headlining. You're killing. You're headlining. See now a feature, you get your ass off the stage.
It's a wrap.
You wrap it up.
This dude. He said,
That
"I did
means
15."
you've done enough time. He's going to pay you.
Oh,
Here,
snap.
get off the stage. You're
Man.
good.
Right.
It's time to
You
go.
can say goodnight right now.
Yeah.
You can say goodnight right now, especially if you're doing a joke. Right now, if you're in the middle of a joke, just leave right then. As soon as you finish the joke
Right.
that you were doing, just leave. Hey, that's my time. Bam. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
love you for that.
Okay.
They're going to love you for that. The management is going to love you. Not, damn, he did 2 more jokes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gave him the light. He's not the headliner.
Right.
Now, when you're the headliner, you can do 10 more. You can do 15 more. And they're not going to bother you. I've done it 1,000 times. I've seen other comics do it 1,000 times.
Okay.
They've given them the light 4 or 5 times, and the comic is still giving them one finger, like 1 second. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I got 3 more
Right.
to do. You know, I mean, Deacon, same question.
Headlining, gave me the light.
Right.
I'm killing.
You're killing. How much more time, extra time you doing?
It's That light, I'm probably already knowing that I'm getting close to my time. And what I usually do is they give me that light. I'm wrapping my joke up, and I'm plugging in if I got merchandise where to find me on social media.
Right.
I use that last little
Last
bit
minute
of time
to play,
to connect with the audience again. Go follow me.
Right.
Meet me outside in the back. I got t-shirts,
Got
whatever.
t-shirts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, plug your
let's go.
stuff.
Let's go take a picture or something like that. I try not to run lights because I don't want to be an inconvenience. I feel like that'd be an inconvenience to whoever's anybody follow me. But in any situation, if they ready to get up out of there, let's get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
All right. This is a good question right here. Should a comic get upset if they want him to go first all the time, or how should they handle that? Should they get upset?
I'll say no.
Okay, blank a blank, you go first. Again? Like, what, again? Like, I done went first 1,000 times. But that's telling you something when they always putting you up first. Isn't that telling?
It could be telling or meaning that you're not ready to go second or third.
There
or
you go.
fourth.
It could be
Or
it could mean that.
It could be you set the tone.
Yeah.
It could mean that as well.
This is a 4x4 relay, and we're gonna get out on them quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to go first. That's fine.
Because you're a good warm-up guy.
You're a good warm-up guy. You're gonna get the crowd warm, get them ready to receive the rest of these jokes because they might not be able to.
Right.
The second guy might not be able to do what you can do.
Right. Exactly.
Starting out, you gotta
Wake the
you
crowd up.
gotta almost be a first guy is almost you a tag team with the host.
Exactly.
For real,
Pretty much.
because
Yeah.
if the host bomber, get the first person up,
You the host.
you gotta reset the whole room.
Yeah, you gotta reset the room.
So it's a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. It just depends on what kind of comic
And
you are.
it's also a good thing too, depending on how many comics on the crowd, because at least that way when you go first, you get the crowd when they fresh.
Yeah.
You get
Real fresh.
You get
Not being seventh.
right.
Yeah.
And then they all drunk or whatever. They done had
Right.
it
And
quite
you
a
could be
few
funny
drinks.
as hell and then
Right.
not go over well.
Right. Nah, that could be a good thing to go first sometimes. It's not that.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Like, man. All right, guys. What are your biggest likes and dislikes about stand-up?
Biggest like is I think it's the instant gratification. Tell a joke,
Right. Hear
They
people
laugh.
laugh and it make you feel good.
make you feel good. The bad part, the thing I don't like. I don't really have a big dislike. I think the main thing would probably be how everybody the high school stuff.
Yep.
I think that's
Yeah.
the main thing. I
Yeah.
think that would be for anybody. Just a bickering and arguing. Like we all grown adults, man.
We all grown adults.
let's
Take a
not-
double
let's not
shot
go
of
like a
grow
high
the fuck
school.
up real quick.
real quick. Yeah, straight.
Straight.
No chaser.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
Let it burn.
I think that's the night and day for me. The instant gratification, that's awesome. Then on the flip side of it, knowing that the background and people everybody ain't getting along, and that's kind of puts a damper on a lot of us really, because we doing these shows with everybody and we gotta not pick and choose, but
Yeah.
and going back to the whole tag team and this, like, there's no real, like, we loyal to each other, but we got to learn how to be loyal to ourselves first.
Yep.
Sure.
And then I think
That's good shit.
a lot of everything that's going on will be different. I think that'll change the whole trajectory of this thing. But that's my answer on it.
Okay. Aaron, same question.
What I enjoy the ride. I like the ride. It's a pain in the ass sometimes, but I do like the ride. As far as what I dislike, I probably would be the same thing, that and some of the politics, but that don't really bother me too much because I know something about that. But that it's probably the high school stuff and the little caddy stuff and
Right.
everybody's buddies and BF. Ain't nothing wrong with being friends and cordial. You could be cordial, but like this whole clique stuff, and I don't like that kind of stuff because it is like in being high school. I graduated high school 20-some years ago, man. I ain't interested in it no more, man.
Right.
I wasn't interested in it back then.
Yep.
All right, guys. What would you take another same day gig if the first promoter didn't send you deposit money and the second gig that called was paying more money? Would you And now they haven't sent your deposit money,
Right.
so it's no guarantee. There's no guarantee
Right.
for you to be there at all. Now, say it's $300, and someone call and say, "No, I got $600 for you to be here same night."
I'm going with the 600.
What about you, Deacon?
Yeah. Business is business.
Business is business,
Money talks,
And-
bullshit.
and
runs
that's
America.
exactly-
If we got an agreement that I need a deposit
and he don't.
and
give
you
you-
don't
send-
give it to, in this day of the show, I don't trust your business savvy. I don't trust that when I
Thank
get
you.
there, you're gonna have the rest of my money in the first place.
Right.
And
So
then
if they
I don't
already
even believe you.
I don't even believe you.
And then on top of that, the second guy calling, I got 600 for you right now.
Right now?
Yeah, they ain't even
Right
no hard.
now.
They ain't even no
Right
hard
now.
decision.
Right now, man, I tell you.
Like
What?
an offer up.
Right. Right.
I got
Yeah.
the money right now.
Right.
Right.
Hey, that's so.
I wouldn't even call the guy because he didn't give me a
Yeah.
deposit. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's a
even call
wrap.
him, tell him I'm not coming, because the deposit guarantees you
Right.
gonna be
It's a
there.
retainer.
guaranteed. It's a retainer.
Yep.
They
Right.
could sue you.
Right.
They could sue you because they sent you a deposit.
Mhm.
He been call a left. He be like, man, oh, that was tonight. Damn, man, I ain't even know it was tonight,
Man.
man. My fault, man. You know.
Right.
Hold on, what's today's date again?
Yeah.
I got my grandma at bingo.
Like, quick question.
You talking about this year? 2024? I thought you was talking about 2025.
Hey man, quick question. He was like, hold on.
Right.
Quick question.
Quick question.
Man, oh man, that's great. Okay, guys, why do you think young comics look at stand-up as an easy profession?
Everybody look at stand up as an easy profession.
Until they get on stage.
Yep. Until they get on
Till
stage.
they get on there,
Until you
Yep.
get on stage.
Uh-huh. And
realize
had to
they gotta
bite
actually
it.
Work.
had to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They get up there like, oh, for real. That
Plus
a
they
lot of,
work.
especially the cats that be like at the barbershop, they snapping on everybody. They think they could do stand up. Like, no, you get up there and it's a whole different. Because a lot of them, they be under the impression because they can make their buddies laugh and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. that
People who
it's-
know 'em.
Who know them. It's like when you get in a room full of people and they don't
know
nobody
you.
know you. Your stuff got to be universal.
You
It's
gotta
got to be
bring that funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, you have to bring
Right.
it.
Because your friends, they know your style of humor, so they know what to laugh. Like, I don't know you from nothing, so you
Right,
got to come
right.
up here and
Yeah, and that's why so many ex-comics.
Mm.
Go ahead, Deacon, jump in.
Nah, you good. Man.
You know how many ex-comics I know around the country? I mean,
Whoa.
every
Wow.
city. I used to do stand-up. I used to do stand-up too. I tried it once. So many people will come up to you like, yeah, I tried it. Yeah. You make it look easy. But man, I tried it before. And no. But these young comics.
Especially if you don't have if you just telling jokes, you don't have stage presence, you don't have charisma, you don't have
Personality.
personality.
Yeah.
There's no you're not going to be able to just get up on stage and make it. That's the only reason why I honestly make it in comedy, because before I even told a joke, I had all those other characteristics
Right.
that
right.
make me Rodney first. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I mean? So you gotta have, man. You think it's easy until you get on stage.
And another thing people don't realize too, comedy is a grind. A lot of them think they just gonna get on stage the first 2-3 times and
blow up.
Bob
blow
Sumner
up.
gonna be sitting in the
Yeah,
crowd. I'm
nah.
gonna be on the night. It don't work like that. Some people
I got
be
a
doing
Bob
this shit.
Sumner story, man. I do. I ain't
Go
gonna
ahead, tell
cut
it.
you
Tell
off.
it. Tell it. Tell the Bob Sumner story.
2
'cause
years
I got
ago.
1,000.
2 years ago.
I
got
1,000
one.
Bob Sumner stories.
I got one 2 years ago. This is when I'm on my grind, and I drive up to Toledo, and it was some type of showcase, whatever. He was hosting it, and I'm Deacon usually Patty. You know, I go in the basement. Don't nobody know I'm even in the building, because that's how I get down. But don't nobody even know me.
Right.
So I'm in the basement. I didn't even hear him call my name. They didn't call my name. Nobody know who I am, so they don't know who to come look for. I come upstairs. Now that I heard him say, "God bless you, good night." I'm in this basement
They
the
don't-
whole show, bro.
Yeah, and they done wrapped the show up.
The show over with. I come upstairs like, "What about me?" They're like, "Well, you been at the whole time. We thought you left." I said, "Oh man, that's my only time ever be meeting Bob Sumner.
Damn.
It was a bad experience. So
Man.
that was my one and only. Yeah, you ain't gonna get the opportunity a lot of times, man. So,
Bob's
yeah.
cool guy.
He's cool,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
tell none of my stories. I don't want to mess with him like that. Okay, doing pro bono shows should stop when? When should the free shit stop? for the young comics out there?
You can only get so much exposure. If they're coming to you and saying,
Yeah,
"Hey,
because
this
they
is gonna be
know
exposure.
you're funny.
Hey, we're gonna get you some
Right.
exposure."
Obviously, they know you're funny. They keep coming.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
You only got one time. Only got one Emmy per promoter.
Right.
If I don't know you, okay, I'll do this one.
I get one
I
pro
give
bono.
I give you one.
show. Yeah.
There's one particular one. I ain't gonna call his name, but that's all he do is. I can't pay you, but I want you to come out and fly out here and
Yeah. And do the show.
and do this, or
Yeah, but I can't pay you.
I can't pay you.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't coming because I gotta pay to get there. Oh, it's for exposure. Guess what, bro? I ain't trying to be exposed that much to spend no $500-$600 to come all the way west and to be in a candy shop either. It's not even a stage there. I heard they had a boombox, alarm clock radio hooked up to it.
Damn.
To bring you to the stage and get you off the stage.
Hey, remember using splice and speakers cords back in the
Yeah,
day?
no doubt.
Damn.
Splice the speaker cord.
Splice and stick them into the things. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
it was bad, bro. So I'm glad I didn't go. Yeah.
Wow.
No
Same
pro,
question
no
there.
pro bono. One.
I probably would say one. I do it one time, and then
Mhm.
you can pay me after that. You know,
Mhm.
and I ain't taking no fish sandwich neither. Then,
Nah.
give me
No. And 2 drinks.
Nah, hell
No,
no.
I'm not taking a chicken wing
Nah.
dinner or none of that.
None of that.
I take 25 in a chicken wing dinner though.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a good night.
On a good night, give me $50.
Oh, you
in
ain't
a
got
wing
it?
ding
Oh,
dinner.
I'll take that. That's cool.
Give me 50 in a wing ding dinner,
Yeah,
a couple
that'll work.
drinks.
That'll
I might
work.
come through.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be in town, though.
Right.
It's got to be in
If I
town.
done
Yeah.
drove there, I need that
I'm
gas
not-
money back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that way
gotta be in town.
That way that $50 could stretch because
no
you give me,
doubt.
I'm in Cincinnati. That $50 gone by the time I get back. That's
Yeah,
gas money.
that's
Nah,
over with.
nah.
And that's what you Kool-Aid. Back to Kool-Aid. God
Uh-huh.
rest his soul. He would say every time. He would say after you know people would call and want to book him, and he would say, "Could I get like 50 more for gas money?" Like he would whatever you offered him.
Uh-huh.
He would he need 50 more.
Okay.
For gas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, every time, like if you giving me $400,
I want 450.
because when I get home it's gonna be 300 or
Right.
350.
Right.
So
Just give me the 50. So
yeah, give me the extra 50 for the gas. Guys, why do you think it's so hard for white comics to do black rooms and vice versa? Not all of them can. The majority can't. But why do you think it's so hard for white comics? And most of them are scared. The ones I know, my white friend comics they're like, nah, man, I'm not doing them. Steven, I'm not doing them. You know what I mean? They're like afraid of black crowds. A lot of my white buddies, they're afraid of black crowds. But some of them, like Jake Anarino, he'll go kill it. Why do you think?
You want to go first?
I think it's just being exposed to the culture. If you haven't been around the culture, how
That's
can
what
you
makes you
relate?
scared. Yeah.
You know, how can you relate to them? But I will say, for the white comics in Columbus that came through the bricks, their comedy is way better now because they came through the bricks and was actually in a black
Right.
restaurant
Right.
establishment. It was a black crowd. You got to get real feedback from the audience
Sure.
at that time.
Sure.
And same with the white crowds. I kind of get a pass because of my character.
Mm-hmm.
They come out and they're like on the edge of their seats. They want to see what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Just on the strip, they hear Michael Jackson beat it, and I'm doing a dance.
Right.
So that kind of helps me, and I've been around white folks all my life, so I'm not scared of them at all. But being knowledgeable of their culture.
The majority of black comics
Yeah.
can do white rooms.
Yeah, majority of them can because, to be honest, white folks they're intrigued by us.
Yeah.
So, if
But we
tell
grew
them,
up in white
yeah,
America.
we did.
Right.
We were force-fed white America. They weren't.
Right.
Some of my white friends, we have this debate all the time. I tell them, you walked across the stage at high school and didn't know too much about black history at all. And you know it's the truth. And they like, you're right. I didn't know nothing about this
Right.
and that. But you felt like a smart person.
Right.
But you didn't do that. But I know all about your
your
stuff.
history, yeah. Exactly.
I know all about your stuff because
Right.
it was force-fed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's and they understand that. They like, yeah, I get it. Because it's so much I don't know. You know, and that's why we could do their rooms a lot more, a lot better, you know,
Right.
than they can do. And then the ones who can, you're right, they've had an experience with the black culture.
Definitely.
They've had an experience. They really have.
And not only that, that also speaks to them as a comic. That's saying they naturally funny.
There you go. And not afraid.
Not afraid. And a lot of them, a lot of white comics, I think they feed off of stereotypes of, they think it's gonna be like, if you pay attention though, if you look at most rooms, black people really don't bother the white comics like that.
Not
They
at
give
all.
their bombing like crazy. They don't bother. Now when we get on stage, they'll heckle us and talk crazy.
Oh yeah.
They don't really bother the
It's
white
the
comics.
self-hate.
Yeah,
It's the
pretty
self-hate.
much.
Watch. All you got to do is watch the Apollo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They can have anybody white, anybody Hispanic, anybody anything. The black crowd is going to give them a chance.
Yeah.
Don't be bad if you're black.
Right.
We're going to boo you immediately.
Immediately.
The Apollo don't
Really,
be good.
really
want to
beat you up
right.
outside.
Right.
They really want to jump
Yeah.
on
Beat
you.
you up.
What you doing up there making us look bad for?
That little joke you told wasn't funny.
Wasn't even
Right. I don't like your outfit either.
Right.
And it kills me when some people want to come up, and tell who was the funniest right there in their face.
Oh man, I hate that.
You was way funnier than him.
Yeah.
I don't know why they had him. Like,
Until you see them later on at the club, like, I like your outfit better than her outfit.
yeah.
She be mad as hell
She
about
be mad
that.
as hell.
Yeah.
That's what makes comics bitter too. That's a bitter
Yeah.
moment for him too.
Yeah, you should have been the headline.
You should have
Right.
been ahead. Oh my gosh, bro.
That's, yeah.
I've heard that so many
You
times.
should have been the headline.
Why didn't they have you headline? Because that other dude, he was all right, but you was way funnier.
way funnier than
we
him.
wanted you to stay on stage a little longer. I'm like, look, man, you tripping.
He be standing right there, too.
Standing right
Standing
there.
right there, looking stupid as hell. Like
Hey, bro, you want a drink, bro?
Like
you want
you dissing me right in my face.
Right.
Goodness gracious. I've had that so much when I used to feature because I used to try to bring that heat. Like, oh, yeah. I'm going to make you work. I'm going to send you to work. It's a friendly competition.
Right.
I'm sending you to work. I'm trying to nonstop laughs. I want to laugh a second.
Uh-huh.
That's when I'm trying to make you go to the bathroom.
Right.
For real. I really was.
Right.
Like, and then people would be like right in me and the headliner's face. Like, you was way funnier than him. And he's standing right there. I'm like, that is the most disrespectful.
It is, yeah.
Just say you guys are funny and
just keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
I really enjoy all of you guys.
I enjoyed all you.
That's
got the
it.
show was so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
The show was funny. You don't have to point out everybody.
They were like, but you?
You killed it.
But you?
You should have went last.
You should have
was
went
funny as
last.
hell.
Like,
I don't know what he was doing, but you
Oh, no, the ultimate one is, they could have just let you do the show by yourself.
By yourself.
Oh, damn.
you didn't even need nobody else. I've heard that before too.
Damn.
Like I should have been the host, the feature, and the headliner,
Right.
huh? I should
you
have
do
did it
that?
all.
You should have did it all.
and a DJ.
And a DJ.
Man.
That's
All
funny.
right, let's wrap it up here, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming. And Deacon, where could our audience find you at on social media?
I'm on all social media platforms at Deacon, usually Petty, DeaconUsuallyPetty. Holla at your boy, America's Deacon.
Right on. Aaron Petway, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Aaron Petway. You can find me on Instagram as Mr. Aaron Petway and Mr. Aaron Petway _comedy. And you can find me on TikTok at Mr. Aaron _Petway.
All right, that wraps it up for us. That concludes our show. Thank y'all so much for listening. This is the All Things Comedy Podcast hosted by your main man, Stephen G. We'll see you next time, and thank you so much. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.